Marcus laughed and counteroffered. $3.5 million, a public admission of the campaign and Brandon's resignation from Vital Fuel. While settlement negotiations dragged on, I focused on rebuilding my business. I published all the independent safety testing results on our website. I wrote detailed blog posts explaining what had happened and sharing evidence of the smear campaign. I reached out personally to every health food store that had dropped us, showing them the proof that the safety concerns were fabricated. The response was remarkable. People were outraged when they learned the truth. Our story got picked up by business media outlets covering corporate ethics and small business challenges. Several major fitness influencers who'd initially distanced themselves from us now promoted our products enthusiastically, angry that they'd been manipulated. Sales began recovering in March 2022. By April, we'd regained 80% of our pre-campaign volume. Customers who bought from us during this period were incredibly loyal, specifically because they wanted to support a company that had been wronged. Meanwhile, Vital Fuel was experiencing their own problems. News of the lawsuit and the evidence against them spread through the industry. Several retailers dropped their products, not wanting to associate with a company that engaged in illegal business practices. 3 members of their board resigned. Their head of marketing, Jennifer Torres, was fired. The settlement negotiations continued through spring 2022. Brandon's financial situation was deteriorating as Vital Fuel's market value dropped. Their annual revenue fell from $25 million to $16 million as customers abandoned them. Major investors pulled out. Banks became unwilling to extend their credit lines. In June 2022, we reached a final settlement. Vital Fuel would pay $2.8 million in damages. Brandon Whitmore would resign as CEO and sell his stake in the company. Vital Fuel would publish a full-page ad in 3 major business publications admitting to the false campaign and apologizing. Both Brandon and Vital Fuel were barred from making any public statements about NutriBlend Pro or me for 10 years. Vital Fuel would be subject to compliance monitoring to ensure no future defamation campaigns. The public admission hit the news in July 2022. The ad read, Vital Fuel Supplements and former CEO Brandon Whitmore engaged in a false and malicious campaign of defamation against NutriBlend Pro and its founder Elena Martinez. We acknowledge that NutriBlend Pro's products are safe, properly tested and of high quality. Our false statements caused significant harm to a competitor who had done nothing wrong. We deeply apologize and accept full responsibility for our unethical and illegal actions. That ad ran in the Wall Street Journal, New York Times and USA Today. The online versions accumulated hundreds of thousands of views. The business world was paying attention. Brandon's personal consequences were severe. After leaving Vital Fuel, he tried to start a consulting business advising supplement companies. Nobody would work with him. His reputation in the industry was destroyed. Last I heard, he'd moved to a different state and was working in an unrelated field, still paying off legal debts from the settlement. Vital Fuel continued operating under new leadership, but never recovered their market position. They'd gone from industry leader to cautionary tale. By 2024, they were